Hi, welcome. Today we will analyze one of the most brilliant games that I ever seen. So this game has been played yesterday at 17th of November 2023 and Nikolas Theodorou has won with violence Teimour Radjabov. So Radjabov, I think most of you know who is him. He is one of the best players in the world. He had almost 2800 of rating, and about Theodorou is one of the best players of Greece. What is so different about this game? Well, the difference is that the Greek has won in 19 moves with first mate. It was a classical game from the European Championship, and Theodorou has spent less than 2 minutes and has made 4 brilliant moves. So it's incredible. And of course, most of you are probably thinking about, oh, okay, probably he has done a preparation. Yeah, I believe so too. But the truth is that he has a merit because probably he and his coach, I don't know, they studied very well Radjabov because Radjabov is a very strong player. And they have seen a variant probably where he had some difficulties and they played that. And it's interesting because it isn't easy to win such a strong player as Radjabov. It isn't easy to win, and to win in 19 moves, spending 2 minutes and doing 4 brilliant moves, it's something that I don't know, it marks an entire career of a chess player. So let's jump to our video, and first let's see who is Teodorou and Radjabov, of course. So Teodorou is, as I was saying, one of the top Greece players. He is right now 23 years old and he is Grandmaster from 2021. Right now he is at his peak, so he has 2619. He will increase this rating. And about his graphics, this is perfect because he's always raising his rating. It's incredible, and as you are seeing on the last months, he has raised from 2586 until 2619. About the Greece players, he is the number 2. I think probably in the end of this competition he will be the number 1 because, well, he is playing a lot and he is younger than Ioannis Papagiannou. 24 years. I believe that Nikolas Theodorou will be for several years probably the number 1 of Greece, and I don't know, probably we have this guy this guy, or probably, I don't know, this guy or this guy, because they are young too and they can compete with him. But the truth is that the Greek chess is evolving a lot, and Greece as well, 2 players with more than 2600, so it's very different from, for example, my country, Portugal. So continuing about Radjabov. Well, Radjabov is one of the best players in the world, and he is born at Azerbaijan, and he is Grandmaster from 2001. His peak has been at 2793 at November of 2012, and right now he is the number 14 of the world. At his peak he was the number 4, so this guy plays a lot. He's one of my favorite players, and it's a shame to see him losing with this violence. And right now he has 2745. About his graphics, well, as you're seeing, his peak has been at 2012, and he was playing a lot, almost 2800. It's a lot. Then he dropped so much, and now I think he's consolidated his rating at 2740s, 2750s, about that. I think this guy still has the quality to increase, to raise his rating, but the truth is that right now he isn't raising his rating. About the experience between those two players, well, Theodorou has 1114 games, and he has won almost half of these games, so 48%. And about Radjabov has the double of the games, so he has more than the double. So he has 2,438 games with 29% of victories, probably because of the fact that he plays with tendentially stronger players than the Greek. So now, yes, let's jump. Oh, but before that, we have the graphics of the standings, of Azerbaijan. And Radjabov lives on a country where the chess is very strong, and just to see, he is the number one. Mamedyarov plays a lot too. Abazov plays a lot. Naidish, Mamedov, Guizenov. So those guys, they are all legends, and they aren't too old. And Azerbaijan is a country with very strong chess culture. So it's interesting to see the differences between those two countries, because, well, Greece doesn't have it isn't a very big country, but the chess is a cultural thing too, in my opinion. So now, yes, let's jump to this battle, very interesting battle, the game between Nikolas, Theodorou, and Teimour Radjabov. Well, so here, playing with white, we have Nikolas Theodorou and black Teimour Radjabov. So this started with e4 and black played e5. So it isn't easy. I'm right now, I would like you to give me your opinion, because I'm trying to play e5 with black, because normally I like to play, I don't know, Sicilians, French defense, even Caro-Kann. I try sometimes to play the Caro-Kann. And right now, well, because of the fact that I see several top players playing e5, I started trying on the internet, and my rating dropped to 200 points. 2000, it's a lot. So 200 points. And yeah, it's complicated because we have so many setups. White can play normally, for example, the Italians, the Scotch, sorry, I say always Scottish, the Danish gambits, you can play Vienna games. So you have so much theory to know, and the proof is this game. Because white will continue with knight f3, and after knight f6, here Radjabov is playing the Petrov, or the Russian defense. And okay, even on this answer, we have so many difficult approaches. For example, the Steinitz attack here, Theodorou has played that. Even knight takes on e5 exists. Terrible, super difficult gambits sacking the knights. We have even bishop c4, knight c3, bishop e2. I don't know. Exists so many different variations that it's so difficult to play e5. And here, white has continued with d4. And here we have two strong continuations. Radjabov has chosen to play knight takes e4, and exists to e takes. And well, he has played this one, but it's interesting too, because this would continue with pawn advancing, knight e4, and after queen takes d5, and this game is completely playable, because here white needs to do that because of the fact that it exists bishop to c5, threatening to do terrible things on f2. So this would lead to a normal game, but I believe that probably Radjabov was trying to win the game because he was playing with a weaker opponent, because he had more than 100 points less. So here he has played that, and after pawn takes, black continued with the best answer. The thing is that this will be a double-edged game, because according to the computers, yes, this is completely playable for both sides. And after knight takes, here bishop takes, we will see, according to the computers, the first mistake by black. If you want, you can think a little bit, and while you think, I will talk a little bit with you, because we need to talk, and you know what will I do right now. So, why don't you like me? Almost 87% of the viewers isn't subscribed. I need your help, because I want to continue doing, producing content every day. So to do that, you just need to click over there, you know, the red icon, and it's free, and you will be supporting the channel to grow and to try to improve the hardware, the materials, to improve my English, because I'm studying English to improve the accent, the vocabulary too. And if you're enjoying the content, click the like button, and I will be very grateful. So let's continue with the video. So here it's interesting, and this is complicated, this variation, because, well, this is a double-edged game, and to play with black here, Radjabov has taken. But according to the computers, here the best approach is just to play king f8. But in my opinion, it's so difficult to play this for a human, because this would lead to this position. And after queen to d5, knight takes, queen takes, king takes, and knight c3. And the problem, in my opinion, for of course, this guy is 100 times more strong than me, but I hate to defend, and looks like this king is so exposed, because you have weaknesses on the g5, on the white diagonal, so it's so complicated to play this stuff. This would lead to d6, the only move, and after that queen check, and king would need to play to f8, and I don't know, it looks terrifying for me. I wouldn't want to play this kind of stuff. So here, Radjabov has taken, and because of that, okay, this position is already superior for white. Here, white continued with queen check, and after king plays to g6, it's the best approach. White continues by taking the piece, the bishop. Of course, if black wants to continue playing this game, he needs to take. And according to the computers, this position is completely equal. So now we need to think, how can we continue with initiative and creating problems to black? And the best approach, you have several ones. You can try to play knight c3. Here, Nikolas Theodorou has played that, but you can play other lines too. So queen to d5 or queen to b4 to try to push the queen to the king side makes sense. And the thing is that, okay, Radjabov is winning by 5 points, evaluating the material, but this knight won't go anywhere, and this king is too exposed, so it's so difficult to play this position for black. And here he has brought a new piece to the game, and has played knight to c3. So we are at the move 9, and we have more 10 moves to finish the game. So this continued with h6. So here Radjabov is trying to defend the king, trying to push the king to g8 or even h7 with g6, and white will continue with knight d5. Knight d5, according to the computers, isn't the best move. But I don't understand nothing of chess, because the evaluation you're going to see in the end, it's perfect for white. So the computers would play not the knight, but queen to d5 or queen to c4. But the truth is that I think knight to d5, it's always interesting because you're forcing stuff. For example, you're trying to take or with the queen or with the knight, the pawn. And here, black can try to play interesting things, like for example, here probably it would be interesting to play king h7, and according to the computers this is an excellent move because the king is more protected. It isn't protected, but it is more secure, and it would be more difficult to attack on this line. For example, queen to c5 to bring the queen to the king side, and after rook to e8, knight takes, and here black has the defense playing d6. Why is that? Because after knight takes, queen takes, black continues winning by 2 points. So this would consolidate the defense of Radjabov, and I don't know, I believe that probably this game would finish on a draw, but it's so interesting, this approach, but it isn't easy because, yeah, when we look at this position, we think, okay, the knight entered on d5, is threatening to take on c7, this would lead to a loss of material, and well, normally we learn that we don't want to do passive moves, and this move is passive because you're not doing any counter game. So yeah, it's difficult to see that. So here black has played rook to e8, and after that white has continued with queen to d4. Here I have an alternative. For example, knight takes, pawn advances, and after queen to c4, this would be interesting because probably is playable for both sides, but queen cannot, here it's white to play, knight takes rook, and before the queen cannot take, or else queen takes rook, and I think it's easier to play this position for white, so it's interesting too. But well, here white continued with queen to d4, and after king h7, here well, Nikolas Theodorou will do a very, very interesting move, and yeah, you need to put on pause. Yeah, believe in me, please put on pause, because you will want to think about the next move. If you like to attack, yeah, I'm certain that you like to attack, or else you won't be here on the channel. If you like to attack and you do tactical stuff every day, yeah, you need to stop. You need to stop, think a little bit, and tell me, have you found this move? Bang! Bishop takes on h6. It's so interesting, and it's interesting, but the game isn't won. And black would have a very interesting answer, but I think probably, I don't know, just one or two guys would answer the correct move. I don't know, maybe Caruana or Magnus Carlsen. I don't know, Nakamura. I don't know. What do you think? Because here, what would you play? Pawn takes or king takes? Because the truth is that, well, we have different stuff like knight c6 to attack the queen, but well, I've studied this answer. This hasn't happened because Radjabov has played with the pawn, and yeah, it's complicated to play this stuff, but I'm going to explain. The thing is that the king is secure, and because of the fact that the pawn is still at g7, it doesn't exist teams on f6. And the problem positionally is that after you take with the pawn of G, now you have a very big problem on f6. And because of that, this position, for me, well, this is playable, of course, but it's difficult to play for black because the king is too exposed. You have two knights, you have the queen, and they are attacking. How can you defend that? And the truth is that after castle queenside, it's almost impossible to defend this position. Here, black has continued with rook to e6, and after knight check, probably the best approach for black would be to take the knight. I don't know, probably. But I'm assuming that Radjabov, of course, Radjabov has think about that, but probably he has reached a conclusion that this would lead to a draw or a favorable position for white. Yeah. It looks ugly because black doesn't have any developed piece. They are all on the 8, and the king is exposed. The position is terrible. But the truth is that with the knight on f6, I don't like nothing this position, because after the continuation with king to h8, here knight h4, it's too strong. Alternatives, probably. I don't know. Yeah, I think we needed to take the knight probably, but or even, yeah, this doesn't work because queen g4 is too strong. Yeah, here the position is terrible. So here Theodorou has continued with knight to h4, and after d6 this position is finished. So here, the computers love the position of Teodorou, and you just have one way of winning this position. Can you find the move? The move is queen to f4. The idea is quite simple. You are threatening to give checkmate in one move, and the only way, well, he has defended with king to g7, but for example, if he tried to play that, knight g6 would lead to the loss of the queen, of course. So the only move is to pray and play king to g7. And of course, after queen check, this will lead to a forced mate, because knight g6, yeah, here, okay, it could, yeah, this doesn't exist. Yeah, it doesn't have nothing. So here, knight check, and after this move, if you want, you can put on pause again, because the game will finish right now. So the move is this one, and this would lead to a checkmate. Of course, here Teimour Radjabov has resigned because he already spent, I think, more than 1 hour of his time, and Nikolas Theodorou has played like a blitz game, so he spent less than 2 minutes. So I think he spent almost 1 minute of the increments, and 1 minute, less than 1 minute of his clock. So it's incredible. So this guy plays a lot. So I'm expecting to see big things of this Greek player in the future after this game. Yes. So here, of course, Radjabov has resigned because after king takes, queen check, and this would lead to a checkmate because the knight is controlling those two squares and the queen is attacking the king. So a very big stuff that Nikolas Theodorou has done in this game. This guy has potential, and he is very young. He isn't young as I don't know, Pragnanandas, the Indian guys, but it doesn't matter. This is a Greek guy that is playing a lot, so he has potential to increase a lot his rating. But don't go yet, because we will do now the precision check. And what do you think? This was very strong by the white player. So let's evaluate that, and we will evaluate with the engine of chessbot.com on the maximum force. So I'm going to show you. This is Stockfish 16 on the maximum strengths. This is the 45 megabytes, 99 depth, here 5 number of lines, and Stockfish 16. Let's go. Review 100%. It's a perfect game. Yeah, probably this evaluation is so high because the game finished on the opening practically. About Radjabov has played for 75%. Yeah, he has potential to do so much better, but he was on a bad day. It happens to everyone. And about the moves, 4 brilliant moves. I'm going to put this. And 4 brilliant moves, 5 great moves, 6 best moves, and 4 moves from the book without any mistake. So let's check quickly. As you're seeing, the move bishop takes on f7, it's the first brilliant move. Then this will continue with queen takes bishop, second brilliant move. Then this will continue with bishop takes on h6. My god, this move is so beautiful. Third brilliant move. And finally, the last, are you seeing? It's a blunder to take with the pawn because of the fact that the f6 square is a very big problem. So, and the last brilliant move is this one, the move of knight sacking on f8. So, brilliant stuff. According to chess.com, here Nikolas Theodorou has played for 3250 of rating. He's a beast playing chess. And Radjabov played for almost my rating, 2050 of rating. So a brilliant game by this Greek guy. I'm expecting to see a lot from this guy. And about Radjabov, I hope he recovers from this loss because the Azerbaijan player is very strong, and I would like to see him playing and trying to break his maximum rating of 2800. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and tomorrow we will be here again to talk a little bit more about chess. I'm still thinking about what opening to talk tomorrow. If you have any suggestion, please tell me in the comments. I'm thinking about gambits against d4 that probably nobody knows, and it's very interesting as potential. And I think according to ChessBase you have just 20 or 30 games, 30 official games. So if you have any suggestion, please tell me something. Don't forget, if you aren't subscribed, we have over there the button. Well, have a good night till tomorrow, and don't forget, every day we talk about chess here at Chess Unleashed. Bye bye till tomorrow.